Hello, guys. I am back here. Thanks for being there and waiting for me. Please let me know that everything is perfect and you can hear me also. If you hear me or something, please let me know, guys, because today is the final day. That's why I'm here, and I hope everything will be good. Okay, fine. So let's see what is happening. Well, today it seems that obviously Magnus Carlsen is the one who is having a great position. This is the final rounds. Let me know, guys. If everything is cool, I will just keep my headphones away so that I don't really need it. Okay, guys, please let me know. Please like the stream if you are there, and it will be good also if you tell me. Okay, I'm waiting for you guys. So I hope everything will be so, guys. This is the, I know multiple streams are going on, but I thought like maybe I can watch the videos, this video with you without hello Pratik. Yes, Pratik, everything is good. Okay, fine. So I will just keep it away, and then I can just focus on the stream and we will enjoy the games. Today I am here just to enjoy the games, guys. I'll just tell you, like, I don't have any evaluation bar or anything, so means this thing is not there. So I'll be just looking at the games from a perspective of like there are no engines or anything here. So I just want to enjoy the games and look at the games without using the engine and talk about it whatever I feel. You can also suggest me your things, what you think about the game and everything. So don't be shy to suggest the moves, because here we just want to discuss the things which are there on the board. Okay, so let's see. I have kept this evaluation bar, but maybe if you want I can switch it off. Yeah, Ashwin Handa is saying like I will be talking in English only because my channel is English. You can see all my videos are in English. So usually I don't speak in Hindi or Marathi on my channel. Okay. I hope you get it. Yeah. So guys, let's look at the game as a fan today, because today is Magnus Carlsen's birthday also, and we will be looking at just like the fans today. Arey, I was this code was down and I was in rush because I was getting late. That's why I was not putting the blazer. But now I went down and I took my blazer and I came up. Keeping bar would be slightly better. Okay, I'll keep the bar here because I was thinking like even if I close the bar, then we will not even get any hints and we will just be looking at the game as a spectator and we'll try to understand what is going on, because it seems that black is definitely having a great position because these pawns are closed. Okay, and these two pawns are there. White is in trouble, that's what I will say, because this pawn is protected by the knight, bishop is protecting the knight, and this pawn is ready to move forward as much as possible, because if the pawn reaches to the b2 square, the bishop is supporting the pawn. Okay. Okay, Ashwin, you can definitely do one thing, like you can watch this game and try to guess the moves, which I am also trying to do. First of all, whenever you are watching the games, any game, try to watch the games without using the engine. Then you will understand many more things, like use your brain instead of the engines. That is the first thing you can do. Even after playing a game also, if you want to improve your game, then analyze the game without using the engine. After your all analysis is done, then just to check your analysis how good you did it, you can use the engine to check it, but initially you should not do it. So do that thing first, and apart from that, obviously tactic solving and everything is definitely a good thing. Yeah, mic, code, board, everything is matching. Yes. Yeah, Wesley So we shouldn't have lost this game. Somehow like position was equal, because I was looking at the game at that time. This position was somewhere, where was it? Bishop into g6. I was looking at f into g6, queen e4, castle, bishop into h6 was played, rook f5, then bishop e3, queen d5, capture, and then somehow white played something wrong. I think g5 was absolutely a good idea. e6 was played. I don't understand this move exactly, to be honest, but okay. Knight c5, the pawn on e6 is being attacked, so he played g4, and after g4 he captured on e3, and then okay, these pieces are gone, but yes, black is extended down, but definitely these pawns are in the center, they are pretty strong, that's what I'll say. And rook f4, then bishop to f6, then knight c2, e2 is played, and then rook f2. Okay, black's pawn is pretty advanced, pretty much advanced. What should white have done? We need to figure it out in this position. See, the first thing is happening is like b2 pawn is hanging, and this pawn on e3 is also proceeding, so d4 might be one of the options which might be there. Even if you attack, like look, rook a3 might be played, but still I will say that d4 might be one of the possibilities in the position, because if you play e2, then the king will come and the pawn will be captured very soon, so that is not any good option. So here in the game, bishop f6, knight c2 was played, e2 came, and then rook f2, e5. Okay, he lost one piece in this all the thing. Maybe he could have saved the piece somewhere here. We will check it out if he can save the piece. Now d4 is coming, so maybe rook f2 was not that cool. Maybe he could have played, but king f2 is also not coming. See, knight d3 check followed by knight will be capturing the rook. Yeah, knight will be capturing the rook, so that is also not so good. I don't know exactly how we should, because rook e1 is not coming because of, again, knight d3 is coming. So there is a huge difference is there, because the knight is coming on d3, everything is falling apart. If the knight is not coming, then everything is quite okay. So what we should be playing here in this position, maybe we should play rook here in this position, but that will also be, this pawn is falling, and then rook e3 is not at all good. So I think it was a troublesome position only for white. He made some mistake, and then once he lost the piece, then okay, the a4 pawn also gone, and we already looked at this position where the b pawn was proceeding. Black just from here to here, he just brought the piece back, and that's simply good. Like b5, capture, king here, rook behind the passed pawn. We already talked about this thing, the pawn, if it reaches to the b2 square, then it will be good for him, right? So b2, king f4, and now the question is like how he is going to proceed. Obviously he resigned in this position, but the thing is that we need to figure out how black will be winning. Black can continue with two things. He can give this check and then followed by knight c3, but in that case rook b2 will be hanging. So what we should be doing in that case, maybe just playing c5 might be one of the moves, because if you play c5, then what is happening, if king d5, then this square can be played c3, then c2 is coming, and then okay, black should be winning. Once the pawn will come on this square, the king cannot really go far too much, because knight on knight will capture the pawn here, or we can even go here and capture this pawn. e6 pawn will also fall. So these are the things. Yeah, so this was a time up position. Obviously white lost on time, but white is also losing on board also, that's what I am saying. So this was interesting. So this opening e4 c6 which was played, Caro-Kann opening, was a little bit strange, I'll say, playing against Wesley. So he rarely plays Caro-Kann opening, but today he played it. And the plan which was played, it was also completely new for me. I never played Caro-Kann in my life, so I am not the right person to comment about the choice of the opening, but I have seen other Caro-Kann opening setups, but the setup which was taken by Carlsen, which that was completely new for me. This idea of playing bishop b4, provoking c3, so that when he is going to play queen b6, the knight on b3 should not be supported, is something which is very interesting, I will say. Bishop f8, by playing just b4, he forced his opponent to play c3, because if you play, let's suppose this move, okay, bishop d2, then you will be happy to exchange the pieces, because the knight will be coming on e7 square, and the bishop on f8 will not be that much bad. So that is one of the thing in this position, correct? So guys, if you have any questions, definitely you can ask me. I know there are multiple streams going on, and you might be looking at multiple streams, but the guys who are here, thank you for liking the stream also and being there with me, because we are trying to understand. Yeah, thanks Butterscotch, for being there and supporting the channel also. So let's enjoy the chess together and try to find out what are the things which are there. Knight e7 h3, then bishop h7. Quite understandable, because the knight should have a place to go to this square. If you are not having that space to knight to f5, then it is not that cool. Is there any other board? Nothing is going on. Still the second match has not started, guys, so it will take some time for the matches to start. So we will just analyze the game as much as we can, and all the analysis which we are doing is just from our own mind. I'll say from my mind only I'm trying to do the analysis, and this is how we are trying. Sir, why he went bishop f8? Well, bishop f8 he played in this position because if you play bishop e7, let's suppose you play bishop e7, then how will you develop the knight on g8? That is also very difficult, right? Because the knight should also come in the game. So in order to bring the knight, he first of all he played bishop b4. This you should understand why, because when I was looking at this position, I was also a little bit surprised. Okay, so here bishop b4 is played just to make sure that the pawn will come forward and the bishop knight on b3. So here bishop f8 is logical because the knight should come in the game. His idea is quite clear. His plan of action is there. See, he is not playing just for one move or two moves. He's thinking a little bit ahead. So obviously this must be his preparation. That's why he's playing castling knight e7. Then he played bishop h7 so that the knight will come on. See, this is the main difference. When queen b6 is there, the queen cannot go anywhere because he needs to take care of the knight on b3. Correct? He needs to take care of it. So here knight e1, and after knight e1 he played knight f5, then bishop d3, then bishop e7, queen c2, bishop g6. Very interesting move, because here if you castle, then it might be a mistake because g4 is coming, and after g4 if you move the knight, the bishop on h7 is hanging, right? The bishop on h7 will be hanging. So here castling cannot be done. So each and every black's move was very precise. I'll say bishop g6, a very good move. Like black played very precise. Means I need to really study this game in much more detail, I will say, because the way black played was very precise. He found out the moves one after another. Good moves he found out. Well, Dip Skak, how to join your tournament? The tournament is over, my dear friend, and winners are also there. Means maybe in 1 or 2 days I will declare the winners also, because we need to check the games, who played how and everything. But the tournament is over, sadly. Maybe next time when the tournament will be there, if you are the subscriber, then definitely you can join the tournament. I'll be arranging the tournament every single month, so don't worry about it. In the month of December also we will be having a tournament. Okay, or maybe in just 1 week also I might be having a tournament, because on 6th my birthday is there. So on my birthday maybe we will celebrate everybody together. So that is also one of my plans. So let's see. Otherwise I'll just play against the subscribers on my birthday to celebrate together. So queen c4, knight into d4. This was again a very brilliant move, I'll say. Means again knight d4 is something which is very surprising move, because it depends upon the calculation. See, if you capture with the knight, okay, then knight e5 is coming, the queen is not having any squares. If queen goes to c2 square, then black will be very happy to capture on this square. Or maybe first you will capture on d3, knight into d3, and then queen d4. Then the knight on d3 is completely paralyzed. It cannot go anywhere. The queen is also there, so it is completely pinned position. So it is difficult position for white. So rightfully here knight into d4 was not played, queen into d4 was played, and after queen into d4, what was happening in the position? Queen into b3. Guys, is any game started or not? No, there is no game which has been played, so we can definitely watch this game, analyze this game. Guys, if any new game starts, please let me know in the chat. Okay, please let me know in the chat if any new game starts. Hello Pranto from Bangladesh. Good to see you here. Good to see you here. Guys, whoever is new here, please do like the stream and support the channel, and you can definitely subscribe to the channel also if you are new here. Okay, because today Magnus Carlsen's birthday is also there, and this is our second stream in last 4 hours, I can say. And I enjoyed the last stream also, and I hope that this stream also you will be enjoying with me. So 1700 rating wale players, 2200 wale rating players, kaise jeete? I don't know, maybe they played good. Today was their day, and that's why they played good, that's why they won. We should give credit to them. What else I will say? What else I'll say? Okay, cool. So guys, we are waiting for the second game to start. Once the second game will start, we will Oh, सौम्या जन सर सॉरी, बैटरी के कारण मैं टूर्नामेंट नहीं खेल पाया. इट्स ओके मिस वी आर गोइंग टू ऑर्गेनाइज टूर्नामेंट्स every month, so guys, don't worry, next month also we will be organizing tournament. That time you can definitely join and enjoy with me. Okay, so we will continue with this game. Bishop into g6, f into g6, then queen e4. There are two options in this position. Either you can play passive chess, king f7, or you can just simply play castle. And okay, I was thinking about queen into g6, but that will give black chances with knight into e5, I feel. And that's why here Wesley So played a good move. Actually, he played bishop into h6. That was completely a very nice move, because if we capture here, then queen into g6, king h8, queen h6, king g8, and it will be a draw from white side. Or maybe here, do we have anything better? Okay, we have this better move also. Queen into e6 is a move. Oh no, sorry, queen is there. I'm sorry, what am I saying? Okay, can we just bring the rook somehow? Maybe we can play this move, or no? Can we? Okay, we need to think about it, how to bring the rook. If we manage to bring the rook in the game, then I think maybe f4 is one of the moves. If we bring f4 with the idea of playing rook f3 with queen h6, king g8, and rook f3, rook g3 is a check and mate. So this is also one of the threats, I think. And white is definitely having chances, because having said that, there is always a draw from white side. White can definitely try to push in this position, because black doesn't have the queen in the game. If the queen was there somewhere near the king, then it would have been a different position, but the queen is not there. The idea of rook f3, rook g3 is there in the air, and white should be having good chances. That's what I will say. So this was not played in the game. Actually, this was not played in the game. Rook f5 was played, obviously, in order to support the pawn on g6 square. And after bishop e3, queen d5, he exchanged the queens. f4 was played, and then g5. Well, g5 is definitely a good move, because if we capture here, then black, I think, maybe can capture, and then knight into e5, or we can directly capture on e5 with the rook, because the pawn on g5 is also pretty much weak in this position. g3 में checkmate नहीं हो रहे हैं. Yeah, miss rook f3, rook g3, if it comes, then it will be a check and mate. If it comes, miss, for that reason we need to black needs to play precise. I have not thought about it how he is going to play precisely, but definitely that is one of the chances from the white side if you want to play for the win. If you want to play for the win, then definitely it is one of the best moves in the position. Means in the previous position, I'm saying, means the guy. Yes, Chandan Sahu. Yeah, thank you. Okay, Swapnil, मजा नहीं आ रहा तो you can definitely watch the live streams wherever you enjoy. You are free to go anywhere, guys. Okay. Yeah, queen was there definitely in that position. Queen was definitely there, and yeah, here you're talking about this position. I remember, like here when the queen was on g6, here we had this chance of playing f4. Means first I will play queen g6 check, and then I'll play f4, so that rook f3, rook g3, and there will be a Magnus Carlsen won, because Wesley So made a mistake. That's what we are trying to understand here. How did he win the game? So let's see. After this, rook f5 and g5, e6, knight c5, then g4. Okay, white is playing a very daredevil yeah, game was very crucial, I will say. Game was very crucial. That's the thing here, and I'm also trying to understand the game, because this is the first time I'm looking at the game. I have not even analyzed the game, but we are trying to analyze together. That's what I will say. Means you are also there, I am also here, and we are trying to analyze the game without using the engine. Okay, evaluation bar is there, but there is no engine, and I'm just to learn more from the game, I am trying to do it. I'll just show you, like, there is no engine or anything. I'm just trying to do it on my own, and trying to understand the concepts also, because this opening is completely new for me also, because I never played Caro-Kann in my life. I never played Karokan in my life, and this is something new. Let's see what happened in future. Like E into f4 was G into f4, and then this came Rook f4, and this was pretty difficult position for white because these two pawns are there. Now, whenever the central pawns are there, if their passed pawns are there, then it is a difficult position. Then it is a difficult position, I'll say. So here you are looking super handsome. Thank you very much for your compliment, guys. Is there second game started, guys? Please let me know if the second game is already started. If the second game is not there, then we can definitely do something else also. We can wait for a while, and we will continue with our analysis if the second game is not yet started. How? Did you take classes? Yes, I take classes also, online classes. Definitely you can visit my website, that is Atul incredible. Okay, I will just put it. I'll just put my website's name in the description so that it will always be there in front of you. Okay, it will always be there in front of you. And okay, you for coaching, let's write down for coaching inquiries. If you are looking for coaching, okay guys, I have shared the link of my website, that is incredible chess. Okay, and I will put it in the chat also so that you will always know. I'll just pin it so that it will be there. It will be there. So you message me, guys. There is okay, new game has started, I think. Okay guys, new game has started, and this is the same opening which happened yesterday also. See, this was the same opening which happened yesterday. C4 e6, knight of 3 d5, and after this castle they went for this pawn, which was a doubled pawn here, and the game was pretty interesting. In the end, Wesley So made a big blunder of rook f5. If you remember, guys, if you remember, rook f5 was a big blunder, and the game was converted into opposite color bishop endgame, right? Yeah, I have guys, I have started the stream very late, and it was sudden decision, that's why it is there. But I have kept the video description about channel about section also. Yeah, yes. Somyajit, I think I have kept my things very simply here. I will again do it. I'll again do it. I'll just keep the hashtag also. I have not put anything. I just came here just for streaming. And still you guys are here. I'm happy about it. Just 1 minute. I'm just skilling open, and this is Champions Chess Tour. Okay, maybe now people will get to know about it. And no, it's definitely classes are not at all free. Classes are not at all free. Okay guys, we will continue with the game, and the information which you need, definitely you can go to the website and you can check it out. Okay, so bishop e2, this is something new, because in the previous game which was played, bishop b3 was played in that game, because when the knight c5 was played, I still remember knight c5 was played in that game, and bishop e3 was also one of the moves which white played. So 14th move, Magnus Carlsen has changed, because in the previous game when the rook was attacking the bishop, bishop b3 was played, but today bishop e2. Let's see whether this new move brings something for him or not. Let's see what happens, guys. And what do you think? What is your prediction, guys? It will be good. Harish Singh Bora. Well, I'm not a grandmaster, but I'll definitely trying to become a grandmaster. Someday I'll be grandmaster, and you will definitely see it. That's what I believe, and I'm working for it. And let's see when it is going to happen. I really don't know, but I'm definitely trying for it. I'm telling you very honestly. Yeah, Abhishek is saying like, thank you, sir, for streaming finals. Yes, thank you very much. Yeah, it's okay, Soumya. You can learn definitely from the channel. We have plenty of good videos on the channel. You can even look at the series of videos which I have done. That is learning chess with Atul Dale and mastering the middle game with Atul Dale. You can see those series, and it will be very beneficial for you if you really want to learn chess. So you can definitely watch those videos also, because I know like many people are not that much into chess and they don't want to spend money. For them, we have created good content on our channel, on my channel, and definitely you can enjoy the content and learn something from it, because all the other videos are also there, and I have analyzed many of classical games. You can definitely look at the classical games, and you can learn a lot from classical games also. So everybody is welcome. Whoever wants to learn something related to chess, there is something for you on our channel. Okay. Sir, we will meet in Grandmaster tournament. Definitely, Pratik, we will definitely meet. Once the COVID situation will be better, we will definitely meet. So guys, here, what do you predict in this position? Like who will win this game? Can you predict whether it is going to be just a drawn position, or do you think that white or black is going to win? Okay, just let me know, guys. Your comments and your suggestions are always welcome here. Okay, it's always welcome. So if you are new here, definitely you should subscribe to the channel also, guys. Don't forget to do that thing, because your like and subscription is very valuable for a new channel like me. My channel is just growing. It is not a big channel, but definitely we are trying to grow slowly and gradually. Okay. It is growing slowly and gradually. That's what our channel is doing. Thank you, Nilesh. Thank you, Nilesh Alhat. Okay, this position is frozen somehow. I don't know why it is frozen. I will just try to just refresh the page, and let's see. Okay, they have proceeded a little bit only in this position. Okay, fine. So here what we think will happen here. Let me drink a little bit water also, because I am talking since long time, because before this also I had a stream for almost 2 hours. Keep working hard, Soumya. Like once you will start putting good content, people will definitely subscribe to your channel slowly and gradually. It takes time. Nothing happens overnight. I think here after bishop e2 move, my Wesley So is thinking, because last time which we looked at, I'll just show you for the people who has not seen that game, bishop b3. Yeah, time was frozen, but now it is working, guys. Now it is working after rook e8. I think it is working. Okay, I'll just once again refresh the page, and once I refresh the page, it will be better. Okay, a6 was played by Wesley So. He took a lot of time. 12 minutes and 51 seconds is the time, and here again Magnus Carlsen is thinking. Magnus Carlsen is thinking once again here in this position, and let's see how the things are going. Why a6 is played? A6 played, maybe b5 is one of the moves which might happen on the board, or maybe he will just want to stop this all these knight jumps or the bishop jumps here in this position. That's what I think in this position. Now white also needs to define like where he is going to put the bishop. The bishop might come to e3 square, or maybe it will come to g5 square. Satish, I'm great. I'm good. I'm back with my channel and everything. Everything is now back into routine. Thanks for joining, Satish. It's good to see you here. Always, it's a pleasure. And guys who doesn't know, I'll just tell you that you can read the name Glorious Chess Academy Jalna. My friend Satish Thakur is having a very nice academy in Jalna, and he teaches kids also there. So it's a good thing. Like he's spreading chess, he's spreading his love for chess among the kids. That's a good thing. Yeah, bishop g5. Yes, bishop g5, Pratik. I also think bishop g5 one of the moves. But after bishop g5, what would you play? Here the idea is maybe king will come to f7 square, or maybe h6, forcing the bishop to capture on f6, because if f6 is captured, then knight will also capture. Otherwise, after bishop g5, one more thing is there, that the king can come to f7 square, so that this bishop will come in the game very quickly. Bishop c5 or bishop b4, this kind of moves will definitely happen on the board. That is also one of the things which might be happening. So we don't know exactly what he will play, because in the previous game which I was talking about, when the bishop was played on b3 square, Magnus Carlsen played bishop e3 and he waited for his opponent to go forward. So here also I think slowly and gradually he'll be developing the pieces. Rook e1, then bishop g5. Well, Priyanka, I think you can definitely play rook e1 followed by bishop g5, but your bishop is already there on e2 square. If you don't move the bishop on e2 square, then it is a little bit difficult, I think. Means you need to move your bishop and then you need to capture the pawn. It takes time. Abhishek More, thank you very much for the super chat. Thank you very much. So guys, here Balbir Rana is saying, Atul, is black have anything look like drawing game unless any blunder? Yeah, it seems to be equal, but the thing is that Balbir, until the bishops are there on the board, you cannot say that it's just a draw, because black has some weaknesses which he needs to take care of. The e4 pawn will definitely fall. I don't have any doubts about this pawn is going to be falling. But the thing is that the pawn on... see, he played bishop e3 just like the previous game. He played bishop e3. He doesn't want to play bishop g5, because if you play bishop g5, then your opponent will force you to take action. Like capture on f6 or something like that. He doesn't want to do that, because this pawn is anyhow weak and it will fall after some time. So we don't need to really capture the pawn just right now. Okay. Dharam, the links can never come in the chat. That's the thing. Unless links will never be posted in the chat. That's the thing. Okay. Yeah, let's like the stream, guys. Thank you for all your support. I'm really happy that 15-16 people are here to look at the position and to enjoy the analysis also. Yeah, bishop on g2 is very passive. I think the bishop on f8 is passive here in this position. If the bishop comes in the game, then only black will have some genuine chances. So how to bring that bishop is a choice. Like last game which we looked at, g6 was one of the choice from black side, and after g6 then bishop was played on g7 square in the previous game. So g6 followed by bishop g7 and then e5 was played, so that when the knight will capture on e4, somehow everything will be captured on e4, then the bishop will be good on this diagonal. Well, why they repeat the same game? Maybe they want to show some different preparation, because Balbir, in the previous game bishop b3 was played, but today Magnus Carlsen came up with a new move, that is bishop e2. So they changed slight things just to show that they are well prepared, nothing else. Like this is also a little bit psychological also. They ask the opponent, okay man, last time we played this game and today I am back with something new in the position. Do you have anything against it? And you can see Magnus Carlsen is already a little bit up in time, and Wesley So is taking a quite good amount of time, I'll say, because he needs to decide about where to place the pieces. Well, first game was won by Magnus Carlsen. Yeah, Soumya Jain, you can definitely learn from the videos here. And I don't know about the free classes. Nobody takes the free classes. If you need any free content, definitely YouTube is the best place to have the free content. Okay. So back to the game, guys. Back to the game here. What do you think, guys? Here, after bishop e3, what will black play? Is he going to play king f7 and bring the bishop? Or okay, he is supporting the pawn on e6 with his rook here on c6. Okay, that is one of the thing. And next, what to do? Still, I am a little bit skeptical about this bishop, because unless and until you develop the bishop on f8, the rook on h8 will not come in the game. So we have two choices. One is obviously g6 followed by bishop g7 and bring the rook here, or play king f7 and okay, he is playing king d8. Oh my god, this is something which we never thought. This is something which I did not even think. King d8 he played so that this bishop will come. Okay, this is very understandable. When the bishop will come, maybe it will come to this square. But who puts their king in front of the rook file? Like rook is already there and he's putting the king there. Maybe his idea, I think his idea is to play king c7 so that there will not be any pin and the king might be open. But if you go for that, then bishop f4 is also one of the thing, but maybe he wants to play e5 in that case. Yeah, okay, you thought that's a good thing, that if you are thinking about that move and place the bishop to d6, yeah, that is one of the ideas here in this position. But king d8 is something which I did not. I was just thinking about king to f7 square, but maybe he wants to not king c7, maybe he wants to play king c8 so that there will not be any check also. This might be one of the moves, not king c7 but king c8, so the knight will not be pinned. So the bishop is coming in the game, so that once the bishop will come, king will go to the c8 square, the rook will come to this square on d8, and black should be fine in that case. Quite interesting, quite interesting. Guys, if you are new here, I will once again say that do like the stream and subscribe to our channel if you are new here. Okay. Okay, if you have any suggestions, guys, about the moves, what might be happening, what not be happening, you can definitely. Okay, Pratik is suggesting about bishop b4. Well, my prediction is like I want this game to go into the tie breaks. For that, Wesley So must win at least one game now, and then only the situation will be like that. Otherwise, if the games are just going to be draw, then Magnus Carlsen will just win the tournament without, because he has already won the first game, and after winning the first game, he has already said like, okay, I am leading the tournament now. The ball is in your court. How you are going to play, that is up to you. Yeah, let's see what are the things which are which will happen. Definitely we are waiting for it, because both the players are thinking quite long time. So bishop b4, even if bishop b4 comes in this position, what white will do, that is also something which we need to understand. a3, yeah, a3 is one of the moves which definitely can be played, because after a3 bishop b4 will not come. But I am also thinking that even if bishop b4 comes, okay, even if bishop b4 comes in this position, what is really happening? Just even if bishop b4 comes, then what? Nothing. Dharam Karam, don't do these things, please. I request you, don't do these kind of things. Be here to enjoy chess and love chess, but not for other things. Please be good. That's what I will say. Kal, it was draw. Like yesterday, it was just a draw 2-2. All the 4 games were decisive yesterday, and well, Skilling Open is just a brand. It is just the brand which is Skilling Open is actually one trading company is there. Which is there in Norway, which is sponsoring this event. So that is actually the name of the tournament is Champions Chess Tour. So Magnus Carlsen has invented this idea of Champions Chess Tour, which will be there last year also. In 2020 it was there, and it will be there in 2021 also. So all the events are going to be online, and every month there will be one tournament, and one of the Champions Chess Tour is going to happen in India also. All the games will be played in India, and the thing is that all Indians will be playing in that Champions Chess Tour. So in this Skilling Open, many different players from different regions, means different countries are playing, but in India it will be different. So Skilling Open is just a brand ambassador for this, means a sponsor for this tournament, nothing else. Okay. What is the meaning of FI? Well, FI means FIDE instructor. FIDE instructor means the certified chess coach recognized by the World Chess Federation. Usually you get this title once you have more than 2000 rating, means FIDE rating, and you need to give one exam where you need to pass as a coach. and I have passed that exam, so I'm a certified chess coach, you can say. Yeah, so guys, we are very close to 50 likes. Make it 50 likes so that okay, we are 50 likes. Thank you very much. I was saying 50 likes and we are 50 likes. Okay, so again bishop d6 is played, and after bishop d6 do you think that king will come to c7 square, or he will just go to the e7 square again and then rook will come to c8? What is your prediction, guys? Tell me about it. We'll predict about the moves: king c7, king e7, rook c8, or something else, because that is what I think from the black side might happen. So that's what I'm thinking. There is some fluctuation in the chat, it's a fluctuation in the timing also. I was just looking at it, it was a little bit down, and again it is back on 9 minutes. Okay, again it is back on the 9 minutes, so we don't know exactly. It's okay, it's okay, like it doesn't matter how many people dislike it, but if you are enjoying, that's what I say. If you are enjoying, then definitely you should like the stream. That's what I said. If you are not enjoying, then what can I say? I'm trying my best to talk about the games, to analyze the games, and I hope you are learning something with me, because I am also learning something from this thing. Because just looking at the game alone, I thought like maybe we can share this movement. Okay, king e7 is Saurabh is suggesting king e7 in this position. Okay, king e7 followed by, I was also thinking like keeping the king in the center of the board is much more logical than going to the c7 square, because we need c file so that our rook will come on c8. But we never know, like Wesley So is someone who can play in a very creative way, because he is the 960 world chess champion, guys. If you don't know, he is the 960 world chess champion. It means that he is very good in creative chess, like he can understand the position to the root of it, and he knows where to place the pieces. Because when you play 960 chess, it is not the normal setup of the board, it is completely shuffled, and in such situation you need to be very creative and imaginative in your mind where to place the pieces. So Wesley So obviously knows where to put the pieces, but Magnus Carlsen is also very good in this kind of positions. Obviously the way he is playing, I think he has prepared quite well for this game also. Yeah, Butterscotch, we are learning yes, we are learning together, so it's okay, it's okay, we are learning together. Yeah, thank you, sir. We are really enjoying. Thank you very much for guys. Your support also encourages me to come live with you and share the things which I am also thinking about the position. Because see, these games are happening live, right? So we both don't know what will happen and anything. We are just predicting that this might happen and that might happen. And as I said earlier also, we are not using any engine to see the moves or something like this. Whatever predictions are there, we are just thinking from our brain, and we are trying to understand the situation, because this is the best way to look at the live games also. Because if you are just using the engine, then engine will always tell you what is the best move, and it will not be useful for you, because you are not using your own brain. It is just like spectating something. But if you want to enjoy also, and if you want to learn also simultaneously, then you should look at the live games without the engine. That is because I have also done the same mistake. I'm telling you very honestly, I have also done the same mistake of looking at the live games with the engine on, but that really did not help me in past. So now I have changed it to like I always switch off the engine and think on my own. That is what I try to do every time I'm watching any video. So one more thing you can do, guys, in your mobile, if you are if you are there in your mobile, download this application which is very useful. Its name is Follow Chess. How many of you know about the Follow Chess? Please let me know. If you know about Follow Chess, then please let me know in the chat. See, he has played king e7. Okay, he has played king e7, and now the rook might be coming. The knight on d7 is doing a great job of controlling these two squares, and this bishop is also there. So the c7 square is the most important square, I feel, in this position. And at some point, if it's needed, black can even go for knight d5. Okay, guys, if you don't know that application, I'll request you to download that application. Follow Chess application is there on you can say Play Store or everywhere, and in your mobile also you can always follow the games which are going on live. Okay, which are going on live, all the tournaments whichever are there in the world always comes on Follow Chess, so you get the notifications, everything, and that is very good. No, so you download it, it's a very useful application, that's what I will say. Sagar Sanyal, thank you very much. All top player के देखते हैं उसमें sir. Yeah, all the top players games will be there. Means if they are playing in a top level tournaments, the games will be there. That's the thing. If that's the thing about that Follow Chess. Means I use it quite often, every single day. That is my routine. Like whenever I am not doing anything special, I look at at least the tournaments which are going on all over the world. We get to know about it, who is playing where and everything, we get to know. Nowadays the tournaments are not happening that much online, but previously in the previous year, Follow Chess was definitely one of the best applications. Yes, Mehul Chess Club Mehsana. Hello everyone. So here guys, what do you think? Like black should go after g3. We were thinking about this move also. Here we were thinking about the move that is knight d5, but Magnus Carlsen already stopped the square f4 from the knight. So what is the idea of g3? First thing is like he blocked this bishop. Another thing can be that this bishop might come to f1 and g2, and it might attack the pawn on e4. Black is not winning here in this position, I don't think so, but black is definitely pawn up. Black is definitely pawn up. Wesley So is definitely pawn up in this position, and he has consolidated. But as you can see, two bishops are there on the board, no? So two bishops, whenever they are on board, anything can happen, and there is a very slight possibilities also there if white wants to go into the opposite color bishop's endgame. Like if he captures the knight and then this knight is exchanged with this knight, or maybe knight b6, bishop b6, it will happen. And with the knight means if white manages to exchange the knight, then the chances of drawing the games are there. But definitely black has one extra pawn, and pawn is always a pawn when it comes to the end game. But which pawn is there? Like you can see that thing also. Black has one extra pawn, but the pawns are doubled, so it's not that clear, I will say. Means even if I am playing from the white side, I will not be sure. Means if I'm not playing from the black side, I will not be that sure that I am winning, because the pawns are not past pawns. Means past pawn, if it's there, then it is good for you. If the past pawn is not there, then you can say like it's not that much useful for you. Okay, so here after g3, which are the options? Guys, please do suggest the moves also here in the chat. You can write down the moves, whatever your predictions, you can definitely do it. We are almost 15 people are here, and you can definitely suggest your moves. Whichever move comes to your mind, like black should play this or that move, you suggest on each and every move. Okay, and you keep a track of your moves, like how many moves you match with these top players. Like if you match at least 10 to 20 moves in a match with the top players, then it says that okay, you are thinking in a good way. Obviously you should do it without the engine, because engine will definitely show the top level moves very quickly. Dharam Karam, thank you very much. Yeah, it's blue, and I love blue color. Miss many boys look means they like blue color. I'm also one of them. I also love the blue color, because the chessboard also which I have kept here is also blue, you can say. Okay, h6 is Saurabh's, and then rook d8 is Pratik is suggesting rook d8, h6, h5. These are the two options. Then rook d8 is also one of your option. Okay, king f7 was first asked, but I don't think so. King f7 is necessary also here in this position. I was thinking to bring the rook in the game somehow, but that's okay. That's what he played. He brought his rook. This is what I was also thinking, like rook should come in the game, because rook is not doing that great job on the h8 square, right? Well, on Hindi Chess Base India, obviously मेरे दोस्ती है वो दोनों के दोनों, निखिलेश भाई और नुबैर भाई, दोनों बढ़िया काम कर रहे हैं, दोनों में मज़ा आता है. तो वैसे भी आज मैं कल 2-3 दिन से मैं बहुत थक रहा था रात में, तो मैंने सोचा कि आज थोड़ी देर मेरे चैनल पे स्ट्रीम करके मैं सो जाऊंगा, क्योंकि हर दिन बहुत लेट होता है सोने के लिए. So that's why I'm here, guys. You enjoy the channel with Niklesh Bhai and Nuber Bhai. They are doing excellent job, especially Niklesh is doing great job for the people who love to watch chess in Hindi, and you should definitely support him. Okay, you should definitely support him. So here, guys, our prediction of the moves will continue from this onwards also. So here bishop e3 came back. Okay, bishop e3 came back in this position, and yeah, Vasuli Bhai OP. Vasuli Bhai OP should be there. Obviously black is having great position, I don't have any doubts about it, but the thing is that we need to see how these top players are going to convert the game into win, because he is pawn up. Black is pawn up, but the pawn up is also not that good pawn up. So bishop e3 is played. See here, very tactful, knight d5 came. This is what we were also thinking, the knight should come in the center of the board, because once the knight comes in the center of the board, then it like controls many square. Now this knight will come on f6 square. Yeah, then knight c5 came. Okay, fine. Then what is happening? Knight into e4 is the threat now. So should we capture on c5 or not? That is the question in this position. h6 is played, bishop into c5, rook into c5, and he's asking the question for this bishop. So now this game can be two bishops versus two knights, which is also a very interesting game, I will say. Very interesting to see how this. Okay, if he captures on f6, then bishop versus knight will be there. Okay, I will definitely try it, guys. If I'm not at all sleepy, then definitely I will try to be there till the end, and if you guys are there with me, then definitely I'll be there. So you promise me that you will be there, then I will definitely be there. Okay, but if you are going to sleep, then alone it's little bit difficult also to stream. Okay, he did not capture. See, he did not capture here because capturing here might be like giving up two bishops. So two bishops are always good, and Magnus Carlsen is a little bit low on time. That's what I will say. Maybe he wants to keep the position alive, because two bishops can do wonders, guys. If the position is opened up at any point, right now the position is not completely opened up, but if position completely opens up, then two bishops can do wonders, and there might be one of the possibilities that this king can come under attack with the moves like maybe b3 and bishop a3 might be there on the board, and we might get something play on that side of the board. But okay, right now I'll say that the knight on d5 is excellent piece. It is doing great job, but how to continue with black, that is also a big question in front of me now. So let's see, we'll just try to understand the moves which are being played by these legends, because we don't know the exact evaluation. We don't know exact evaluation which is there. Okay, knight b4 he's played. Why is he playing knight b4? He is allowing this check also. If the check comes, then rook d7, then maybe king d7. And another idea is also that the pawn on a2 is being attacked. So knight d3, one of the moves which might be played on the board. So black is trying to exchange one pair of piece here. That's what I think. Like he wants to exchange one pair of piece, because if one pair of bishop is exchanged, then black's task will be much more easier. Yeah, rook c7, maybe Aditya, you mean to rook c7, rook d7, and I think they will exchange. Yeah, they have exchanged, and now if knight into a2 is played, then it will be a mistake, because bishop c4 and the knight will be trapped. So we have two options. One is like going back, or another is just playing knight d3. But knight d3 seems to be a little bit risky to me, because yeah, knight d3 risky, because if you play knight d3, then bishop into d3 into d3 will be played, and this king is very near to this pawn, and the king can definitely capture the pawn on d3. So obviously the very logical move was knight to d5, and now if a3 is played, then knight d3 is coming. So here another threat is also there, knight into a2, because if you play knight into a2, bishop c4 will not trap the knight will come. So a3 very understandable. Now we have knight d3, very good. Okay, black is slowly and gradually grinding, I will say. Black is slowly and gradually grinding, and Magnus Carlsen is a little bit in trouble, guys. He's a little bit in trouble. Okay, we have very special likes here. 64 likes is always special, guys. Because that's the squares, number of squares on the board, and it's there also. So I like that number. Okay, f3 is played. Oh my god, what is happening with f3? Can we just bring the king up, or do we have any better alternative also in this position? We have this move, although knight c5 is one of the moves which is possible on the board, and then this might be captured, then knight will capture here, then white is having one extra pawn in the center of the board that is there. Or do we have anything better than that? Okay, knight c5, he played knight c5. Yeah, definitely knight c5 is played. e3, well, I thought like bishop into first e3 and then we'll capture the knight on d3. So the, e3 was not that good. Knight c5. Now this pawn is also being attacked, and if we capture, then knight will capture on e4. So no, black's knights will be sitting in the center of the board. That's what I will say. If the knights are there in the center of the board, that is also a good idea. So let's see. And guys, one more time I would like to say that thank you for supporting the channel. e6 pawn, yeah, e6 pawn is definitely a very strong passed pawn here. And once the pawn will start moving, then the knights will be doing great wonders in this position. That I feel. Okay, I feel like that. And let's see whether Wesley So manages to convert this position into a win or not, because we know this thing also, guys. Remember this thing: if white manages to exchange all the pawns, then in the end he can even sacrifice the bishop for the pawn and the game will be drawn, because two knights cannot checkmate the lone king. So there is always a possibility of exchanging everything and just going into the end game and just drawing the game is also there. Okay, it's also there. Yeah, e6 pawn, I think definitely it's there. What do you think, guys? Now why Wesley is thinking here in this position? He has only one chance, right? Is just capturing. Oh, okay. Knight into e4. Maybe he was thinking of knight b3, because if he capture on d5, then knight into d2, but that position would have been pretty equal, I will say. Now it's time to bring your king in the game. If the king comes in the game, then it will be good. The king can come here, but I think white is trying to play the bishop on this diagonal, and the pawn on g7 will be attacked. It will be attacked. So the d4 square will be covered by the bishop on b2, and we need to see how Wesley So is going to grind down the endgame master, I will say. Carlsen is the endgame master of the word, and the way Wesley So always coming back in the games is pretty amazing, I'll say. He's playing amazing chess, guys. He's playing amazing chess. Now the e5 is also there on the board. Okay, after e5, what will happen? He just blocked this bishop's path. He's saying like, okay, you want to come on this diagonal, you come, but it will be completely blocked. Yeah, the two knights cannot checkmate the lone king. That's what everybody knows this thing. Unless and until there is only one rule is there. When you are playing against the two knights, all you need to do is like, don't go in the corners. If you don't go into the corners, then you will never get checkmated. That's what you need to do. Okay. Okay, knight c3. Slow and steady. Slow and steady the game is going on, guys. If you are new here, do like the stream, guys, because your one like can definitely help us to grow the channel also. It helps us. Okay, guys, okay, g7 pawn is weak. Okay, yeah, definitely the pawn is weak, and you are asking like, should Magnus push the g and h pawn? Well, it is not needed exactly in this position to push the pawns. The main thing is that the king is coming up. That is more important in the end game. See, guys, so one thing is there in the end game, if you have your king in the center of the board, then it's very important. It's very, very important. It's very important. So let's see. uh, then definitely it will help you. Meter down. Whose meter is down? My meter down, or Magnus Carlsen's meter is down? My meter is still going strong. I'm still not that much sleepy. I am there with you. Well, Kunal, definitely, I don't need moderators right now, because I have decided I will add moderators only when I will be having the watching of 100 people. So right now the moderators which are there, they are since starting, and they are my friends also, means I know them personally. So when we will be having the watching of more than 100 people, at that time I think we will need moderators. Right now everybody is very good in the chat, and I can read each and every chat. I don't need moderators to manage the chat, because very few people are here. Yeah, after bishop's move, because see, now as we said, like, king should come in the center of the board. The slowly and gradually he brought the king in also in the center of the board. This king, see, bishops, if they are not having the open diagonals, then there will not be good. That's the main rule of bishops. And here Wesley So is doing great job of just blocking the bishop's path. And one more thing is there, guys. If somehow the game converts into the bishop versus knight, and if this bishop is there on the board, the bishop on b2, it will be a completely bad position for white, because then knight will maneuver to c4 square, and then it will attack the a3 pawn. So because remember this thing, the knight can change its color, but the bishop cannot change the color. So the knight can always, see, there is a very important characteristic of knight, that it always changes the color on each and every move. If it's on the light square, it will go to the dark square. If it's dark square, then light square. So all these things are there on the board. And moderator, okay, there are no moderators, means they can just put the links and everything. If anything is needed, they can do, or if somebody is doing behaving badly or something like that, moderators can delete the chat. They can help the YouTuber, means YouTuber can just focus on the analysis or doing their stuff, and the chat can be handled by the moderator. That's why they are called as the moderators. They can delete someone, they can block someone, they can put someone on the mute or something like that. All those things will be done by the moderator. So often the finished giving time, how much extra time they have, the finished the time giving, how much how much their time, I don't know exactly what you are asking. If you no, it's moderator is never like a servant. It is just like a friendly gesture for the YouTuber, nothing else, guys. Don't think in bad ways. Don't think in bad ways. It is a friendly gesture. You are there to help someone without it is like with friends, we always help them. So in my channel, all my friends, means only my friends are my moderators. Okay, guys, coming back to the game, do you think that the Magnus Carlsen is just going to lose very soon? Because this knight now can be brought in the game, maybe through knight b6, knight c4. One of the moves can be there on the board, because okay, king d2 is one of the moves. E3 can also be coming, because once you play e3, the king will never come on d2 square. That's what I think. Yeah, e3 he played, the king is not going to come on d2 square. And if the king is not coming there, then what we should be doing? The knight should maneuver now. How will you maneuver the knight? We have 2-3 options. One is like we can play knight b6, knight c4, going for the a3 pawn. G6. Okay, he is just getting away from the diagonal. He's just getting away from the diagonal, maybe. I don't know exactly. G6 he has played. But I was thinking genuinely about the knight jumping to the c4 square, and the a3 pawn can be attacked in that way. But okay, maybe he has some other plans. He just wants to play the king and then move the knight, because that is also one of the options. Okay, now this bishop is going towards the c8 square. So how will you stop that thing? That is the question. Knight b6 is one of the, okay, king d3, very good. Now if bishop comes here, then c2 is coming, and what, bishop c8 is being played. Now this pawn can be falling very soon, it might be falling, and what after that, what we are going to do? Okay, knight b1. Wow, knight b1. Why he is playing that move? Maybe if you capture bishop into a6, then what, then what are you going to do? Knight c7 maybe. That is the only move we have. Or maybe he wants to play knight to this square. Okay, he has knight into a3, means bishop into a6, knight into a3 is there, so that he can support the pawn on b5. And once you support the pawn on b5, the king will come to c4 square and the b4 pawn will be falling. Very nice. And after knight a3, knight c2 is also coming. So knight a3, knight c2, and then followed by, so that was the main reason why he played g6, because of this whole thing. So bishop b2, he a3 pawn was supported, so he played knight d2. Now there is a very huge threat is there, e2 followed by knight f3, so he cannot capture on a6. Very good, very good. Knight d2 was definitely one of the best ideas in the position. Nice idea. Now what, like how we are going to, bishop e2 check is going to come on the board. Okay, knight c3, he stops that check, and now if we capture, king will capture, and okay, this pawn might be falling, but knight c4 will be coming. Yeah, knight c4, and the pawn on a3 is falling now. Okay, it's almost over now. We can say that it's game over is there. Very soon these two pawns are going to fall. So king d4 followed by knight into a3 is there, so supporting the pawn, not allowing anything. Or we can even play this move, king b3, king bishop a6, king here. Yeah, knight into a3 only he captured, because now he has two options. One is like king into b4 is there, and what else is there? King into b4, king into, no, I will not give up that pawn. I need to support the pawn, so maybe I'll play king to d4 square, just support the pawn, and then how? Okay, then we have knight b1, because if we capture, then knight c3 check, and we will be capturing the bishop as well as the king. So I think king d4 might be played on the board. King d4 might be played on the board. That is also one of the things which is there on the board. Guys, if you are new here, do like the stream and subscribe to the channel. Okay, king d4 he has played this move. King c2. Okay, Aditya was suggesting about king c2 in this position. Okay, point. Okay, now as I said, like knight b1 followed by knight c3 check. So knight b1, yes, knight c3, because here h4 move did not really help him. Knight c3 check is coming, guys. Knight c3 check is coming, and after knight c3 check, king c2 might be one of the moves. And how we can even go for the pawn on b4 with king c4. King c4 followed by king b4 is coming, because this pawn will be protected. King c4, I will go for the pawn on b4, I think. Okay, g4, he is not going for the b4 pawn, because he just want to exchange the pawns. Okay, fine, he says like, okay, I can just exchange. So very great win, I will say. Like, he played in a very amazing and very cool style in this game, and Magnus Carlsen's new move, that is bishop e2, did not really work for him. King c2 was played. Yeah, king c2 was definitely played in the position. King c4, and so guys, we still have two more games, and 1-1 score is done here. Magnus Carlsen won the first game. Now Wesley So has won the second game. So again, it is just going like the previous day only, where Magnus Carlsen won the first game, Wesley So came back in the second game, and now again the third game will be very interesting, because Magnus Carlsen will try to take the revenge. And in the previous game, Magnus Carlsen took the revenge with the white pieces, but now he will be having black pieces. So the things are heating up, guys. The things are heating up, that's what I'll say. And it will be pretty interesting to watch what will happen and what will not happen here in this case also. Okay, he is just pushing the pawn. I think the bishop on c8 is going to be just like the spectator, because the pawn on g5 cannot be touched by the bishop. So bishop will always be just like the spectator in the position. So king will come, and then white will be completely tied down, because now b4 b3 and the resign is still is on the board. Like here he will definitely resign very soon. He will definitely resign. You can just push the pawn. Yeah, because bishop also cannot capture on e2, because if you capture bishop e2, knight into e2, king into a2, and okay, it is just winning now. It is just winning. Yeah, I also feel like the results will be decided by the Armageddon, because the way these players are playing is pretty fascinating, I'll say. Pretty fascinating. But we never know, like if somebody wins the next game and then the last game draws, then anything can be possible. But definitely this is winning position for black, and Wesley So has won the game, guys. The game is over. The game is over. He resigned. Cool. Yeah, he resigned the game. So what happened in the game is pretty interesting. We were looking at the game from starting, and the strings started going in a bad way for white after the exchange of all the pieces. Means yeah, he won the game in a very nice fashion, I'll say. Carlsen gussa dikhao. Well, I don't have the access to Carlsen's video, guys. I am not a partner with Chess24. So this is whatever it is with this chessboard and me only. You need to watch me only here. Sai P. Mishra, thank you very much for the appreciation, guys. Whoever is new here, do like the stream, guys, and subscribe to the channel if you're new here. That's what I will say, because your like, a small like and the subscription really helps us to grow the channel also, because our channel is growing slowly. We are making slow progress every single day, and that is happening just because of your support. Yeah, Wesley So is like becoming like the comeback king, because every time since yesterday he is just striking one after another blow. Like first game he will lose, then again he will lose, win, then loss, then again win. To come back in front of Carlsen is not at all a good thing, like not at all a easy thing, guys, because there is a huge domination is there by Magnus Carlsen, and he is beating him one after another game, which is very rarely happening since many days. Because as we know, like he was unbeaten since last 2 years also. Means he lost in a classical very rarely, and beating on line also it's very difficult. So but Wesley So has done that thing in just 5 games, like 4 games to yesterday and 2 games, 6 games he has won against him 3 times. So that is a pretty great thing, I'll say. Sir, between Firoza and Nihal Sarin, who has better chance to become full future? Well, both of them are great, I'll say. But right now, if you see the statistics and rating, Firoza is much more ahead than Nihal Sarin right now. But we never know in future how the things will be going on, because Nihal is not getting that many opportunities to play in the top level tournaments. But once the COVID situation will be much more better, I hope that he will be able to get to play in bigger tournaments, because Firoza has the advantage of staying in France, and in Europe he can travel and play the tournaments when the tournaments will resume. But for Indians it is very difficult to travel anywhere right now. We are not allowed unless and until we have some strong reasons, I think. So it will take some time. Once the vaccine will be there, the COVID situation will be normal, Nihal will get to play in the tournaments, and definitely once he will get to play the tournaments, then he